definitely gives them a bit of an answer to that, because now they've kind of got a lot of that going themselves. Now you have a Spectre, now you have a Primal Beast, you have a Puck, and not to mention the Ancient Apparition, who, honestly, has a really easy game. As long as he doesn't die, as long as he doesn't ever show himself, these Ice Blasts are going to be super easy to land against this team.
No, yeah, for sure. There is a lot of control available to kind of set this up. It's either Primal leading the charge, Willow with some like Realm and Curse. Oh yeah, these fights are going to be great. It's just big brawl, big mass, and I think Sven, as always, it's such a spooky hero, because if you God Strength blink and it's not as clean as you expect, and then suddenly there's coils turning around, primals on top of you, Spectres now killing the backline because Sven's blink past you. It's yeah, these types of drafts from Na'Vi, it's they're fun to watch because they're either like insanely OP, or like you can feel it getting a little bit awkward and like desperation kicking in, and it's like, don't worry guys, we have Spirit Breaker, we can always play for later in the game, right? We're gonna charge every wave and we'll find our opportunity. So yeah, we'll see.
Yep. Also, very interesting to see Daze play as well, because as I mentioned before, you know, he was a Na'Vi junior player, so not exactly, you know, not main roster material just yet, but he's got a chance to prove himself here, and it's always fun seeing players put in a position where, you know, they kind of get into the deep water. Is he going to sink? Is he going to swim? Let's find out how this Prophet does. So, how are our side lanes going to look? We talked a little bit about mid already. Spectre already kind of being zoned out by these 3 dire heroes as they block the wave here as well. So, how's he going to fare in this bottom lane?
He's joining late, mate. There we go. I was like, where is he? You're asking where how he's going to do it. I was like, he's not even here. My camera was elsewhere. I was like, okay, here we go. I mean, the lane's already on the tower.
They've blocked the wave really hard, pushed it on the tower, and also zoned him out with the 3 heroes as the Venge kind of rocked on past going up to the portal.
But he's still got 3 CS, so it actually isn't that bad. I was like, if he's rocking up late and they've body blocked on the tower, could be a little bit spooky, but didn't occur. And already, you asked about the Ogre mid matchup. I expected the CS advantage to go the way of Ogre, and already 5 for 4.
Jesus, Melody, relax.
5 for 5.
Jesus, I hope he hasn't played in a while, and he's ready to get some anger out. My goodness, great start from the Ogre Magi in the middle lane. Young G struggling on this start, 6 for 6 at 1 minute 20. Jesus,
6 or 7. Oh my god, I'm really relishing enjoying mid lane. As an Ogre player, like, this is what you live for. Okay, guys, if you
every support Ogre dreams of one day becoming.
But we can talk about Ogre a little bit more here. It's like, we saw it at TI with Gunnar, who played it, and when he played it, there was like a Brewmaster, so he was like amping up the Earth Spirit. Of course, in this game, we've already mentioned more move speed to a Sven or a Spirit Breaker is exceptional for these heroes. And in a meta where buying Heart and Blade Mail and soaking up damage is good, why wouldn't Ogre, you know, fit that bill? You naturally are a tanky hero. You have 7 armor. You already have 800 HP at the level, level 3. So this hero will be able to absorb a lot. And we were praising Team Klee on their kind of how they approach fights and the damage that they have, but it's a lot of AOE damage. So Ogre could be the undoing for some of these heroes.
Oof, Melody taking some pretty heavy hits up in the top side. Almost getting finished off there by Zayats, but both of them just going to salve up, and that's kind of been the ballad of the top lane, to be honest with you. It's just been Zayats and Melody just taking chunks out of each other, whilst Shingetsu and Lays just kind of try and trade up against each other, and overall, Sven doing a little bit better at this point in the game. Which is, I mean, honestly a little surprising. Oh, Lays, he's in trouble. He used the onslaught, immediately got stunned up, and now he's slowed down quite a lot, but they don't really have the follow-up here. No real slows, both stuns being used and not enough damage pumped out in time, so Lays will be okay, but in the bottom lane, it is going to be till the end, dropping on the AA. Nefrit took some hits, but Cammy couldn't finish the job, and that means that that'll be a first blood going the way of Nefrit on this Spirit Breaker.
Oh, and Daze, he's TPing top. Oh, wait, where is he TPing? He's fake TPing, sorry. He like got all the way to like actually finishing TP, then cancelled it. So like I moved my camera, like, wait a second, I'm sorry. I baited everyone. He's baiting us too. I was like, damn, they're making some quick moves, but I think, especially when Spirit Breaker gets to some early levels, then I do want to see Prophet start moving around the map, securing the 4-minute runes, looking to take that fight top, especially if Lays on Primal wants to step up and, you know, trample that Sven. There's 2 stuns in that lane, Sven and Venge. You throw in an extra little bit of damage, you're going to be getting the kills the next time we see that aggression. But so far, Na'Vi, I think they're pulling ahead in all lanes. You've got 21 for 12 on the mid Ogre, 20 for 8 on the Sven, and 17 for 4 on the Spirit Breaker. Like, they are having a very healthy start to this lane in all 3 lanes for their cores on Na'Vi.
Yeah, fantastic start, honestly, and kind of worrying for Klee as well. You know, this isn't a team which really wants to play from the backlines. Spectre always likes to come back on the top side. A stun comes out. They're trying to bring down Maldi, trampling him down here with the Primal Beast. Stun is there onto Lays. Lays just trying to finish him with the right clicks. Is able to do so, but Lays now looking so low himself with the TP across from the Nature's Prophet. That'll secure the kill onto the Primal Beast, so they will make the trade. I mean, how are you feeling about that trade in the top side?
I think if Sven gets the kill, you're happy. But the fact that Malady gets the last click, then it sours it a little bit. And for Lays, you're like, well, got a kill. You know, so, but I think if you are Lays, you have to respect that this Prophet now is in play. I was just touching on the fact that the next time he goes aggressive, Prophet will be able to make these moves. Spirit Breaker isn't a starved Spirit Breaker from potential lanes that we've seen in the past. And yeah, Daze is just a tri-laning top to some degree now. Of course, his teleport is on cooldown.
Lays Daze is everywhere. Sorry, he's omniscient.
He's not losing yet. Come on.
Prophet. Yeah, and I do love that Melody was just pretty much between the tier 1 and tier 2 on the Radiant side for a lot of the time whilst we were talking there. He's just chilling. He knows that any support that rotates upon him just ain't going to be able to do jack.
Yeah, it's called... I was expecting him maybe to like think of a different build because of the Ignite against Puck and him dodging it. But he's like, you know what? I'm going to outsess him in lane and my game will still be the same, right? So he does go for that 1-3-1 build. And Youngji gets stunned up, so Ignite connects this time around, and yeah, securing. Oh, nice.
Ooh, not today.
There. If you don't secure that rune there, things could get a little bit spooky for Youngji.
Yeah, Arcane Rune Ogre Magi in your lane? Like, I don't think you lane into that.
No.
That's tough. And look at this, trying to keep the catapult here alive as much as possible. So really trying to pressure this Puck here. Yeah, this thing's doing chunks. This tower's not going to last too much longer.
Yeah, they don't have fortification that has been used, so they accept that they took half the HP of the tower, and they continue on their day. Yeah, 6 minutes, mid tower's already half HP. I guess that's going to be the issue for Team Klee. A lot of their rotations come with levels, right? Spectre needs 6, Primal ideally needs... You don't need 6, but for an offlaner to leave the offlane to gank, it feels a little bit wrong to do in like the first 10 minutes, unless it's like a perfect opportunity. So it is very exploitable, and I don't know. It's so cool to see just some mid-ogre, especially in the draft, where it's like, I guess they saw Puck then picked ogre, so it was very much a direct response. But still, to have these type of ideas, yeah, big fan. I know it's early days, but liking it so far.
I'm just watching the build. I'm waiting to see. Does this man queue up Midas? Or are we just going to go straight for the Blade Mail? Personally, I hope we're running straight Blade Mail. I don't want to see no Midas, but it is so good on Ogre Magi as well. So
I think in this game, it really depends on the timing they're trying to hit. But they are
stun out on the bottom side. Spectre taking a lot of damage here. Doesn't have the 6 to try and get away, so just going to have to try and run it out right now. But Maldi's upon him. Right clicks are there, and Cammy is going to fall.
Yeah,
goodbye,
nice
Dream.
Yeah. In top lane, you can see Sven pops the ultimate, but he has the 3 points in Great Cleave. So Sven's now pushing out the lane very quickly top, which frees up Malady to make the moves. And yeah, just utilizing that twin gate, poking your head bottom, getting a kill. And it's all about farm efficiency now for Na'Vi. It's just get to your first team timing and then look to make that kind of move. And it kind of connects the points, right? It's like Sven will probably go like Echo Saber Blink. Ogre might forgo the Midas to make sure that he has like heart plus some components no, sorry, Blade Mail plus some components of Heart going into that 20-minute mark. Inspector, he comes back into bot lane, half HP straight away. Like, and look, Malady's twin gates down again. Like, hey, buddy, you want to farm here? You're not allowed.
Yeah, they're making a bit of a statement, honestly, on this bottom side as Daze comes in on this one. Only finds the Ancient Apparition, so we'll just take the snack instead of the main course. Kami going to be able to get away for now. Although, to be fair, he's not super safe. Charge comes out under tower. Na'Vi, they don't care about no tier 1. They're going to come for you anyway. Kami doesn't have a way out of this one, and he's just going to fall again. That is less than ideal. As now, your Spectre has just died twice in a row. Networth's really going to tank from this one, and Sierra really likes to kind of hit a decent timing on the Blade Mail. That's kind of your first farming item and allows you to be a bit more kind of independent in the game. Delaying that is going to mean that, like, Klee just... They're going to have to just spread their resources so thin. That's what I'm worried about.
And I don't know if they have enough resources to protect themselves, right? You've got a Spectre that obviously isn't close to Blade Mail. Your Puck is on mode recovery because she laned into a 59 to 27 CS deny Ogre, right? Laze is smoking himself up to trample an Ancient stack. And... if you know, I'm not opposed to it, because if there is a hero, even ulting it, fair play. The only hero that can kind of get them back into a game right now is going to be Laze, because Puck is waiting for that opportunity. Okay, Malady does take away, give away a free death. Oh, we're giving it to Spectre as well, but like Laze is the only one that can start things. Puck's exceptional at reacting to early engagements, but if Team Klee ever want to like cross the river, it is gonna be on Laze. And Ogre, he steps up. They're going
for the big boy. They're trying to take him down. Ice Blast connects, and they get the kill. Another one for Dream picked up in the middle lane. Okay, Klee, if you wanted to see 2 moves to bring you back into the game, that was it.
I think Melodil just got a little bit too excited, right? Like, he's like this big unkillable Ogre, and then when the 6s come out, like even in a very difficult game, you have to, you know, give some praise to AA getting that level 6 early enough, and that is the punishment to Ogre. Melodil will now kind of reset now mentally. He's not going to be as forward thinking. As for Klee, it's like Coil, Ice Blast, Spectre Haunt. Like, that is their best way of getting a kill. And they got it on an Ogre who was somewhat unstoppable in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to identify as the Ogre that they're always going to have kill threat on you if there's either one of those heroes which can grab the Primal Beast or the Puck. Coil or Pulverize gives you that ability to set up for the Ice Blast. And look at Kami going again. This is so cool. They've even put the Dark Willow Bedlam upon him just to give him that extra kill threat. Coming in the middle lane. Dream, man, he's pumping the accelerator in this game. Kami doing the work.
It's just the changes to Spectre. Like, it's the fact that your ultimate is only 60 seconds now. You are always playing for that pick, and when your lane is as bad as Kami experienced, his team need to provide him opportunities to get kills whilst farming the lane. So yeah, Team Klee doing a lot of the right moves to make sure Na'Vi just didn't hit some very happy kind of farming fight stride that they were looking to group into. And it's like these errors from Na'Vi where you don't respect the pick-off potential, where you're like, maybe Melodil should have gone for the Midas first. Why did he go for the Blade Mail if he doesn't want to, you know, like, these are the questions that in 20 minutes time that can come in. And he is looking actually to go for a second item Midas on Ogre. So he has readjusted his thought process a little bit here.
Yeah, be like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to stomp this game. Let's invest in some economy here. I like it.
They are smoked up. Willow, AA, and Puck. Looking to go to the triangle, but Sven isn't here yet. Like, Sven's had such a free time top lane that he hasn't been forced to go farm the dire triangle. He hasn't been forced to go deep into the jungle. He's been quite freely hitting this top tower. And now Malady. He died twice in a row. He is the
Here we go. Combo comes out. Swap is there, but with the Bedlam Spectre coming in on you, there is not much you can do. Lay's looking for more, trying to close the gap on Melajor. Melajor, though, just going to stun him up. And meanwhile, spot on the sidelines, they found Kami. They're trying to bring down the Spectre, and they are going to be able to do exactly that. Nefrit grabs a kill as Young G falls as well. 2 big kills being picked up by the side of Na'Vi, and all you get is Avenge in response. And they're still chasing here. Zayat's nice little tumbler's toy over the tree line here, but Melajor's going to close the gap regardless. Right click comes in. Zayat's goes down. Another kill collected by the side of Na'Vi. 3 laying dead. Tower falls as well. The first fight that Sven comes up to, and it is a banger.
Yeah, it's a nice rotation. If anything, maybe this was Malady's grand scheme, right? It's conditioned Team Klee to think, like, if you see me, I'm a free kill. And then at the decisive moment where his cores can help, they're already there. But it helps that Melody had 6. This time could swap, get that damage reduction. Sven, of course, TP's in, wraps around, and Spectre, like, tried to go for the kill that we saw previously and was just missing a little bit. Oh, every time I look at Melody, just getting punched relentlessly in the face.
Yep, and I like this from Klee, you know, it kind of shows a bit of spunk coming out from them, because when they're shut down, they don't just kind of lick their wounds, you know, shout at each other, cry about it, you know. Now they're looking to play their game. They're always looking to play their game. Good sign.
Or Malady's just feeding.
Or Malady's just in a terrible position of feeding. It's also a point to be made.
No, but I think it's I think the way that Melody is playing, he's always looking for that next little bit of information, right? Like he was on the steps of the Radiant High Ground. He's looking to place wards. He just placed a ward at the Radiant Ancient Camp. Like, he's always doing that next, like, what could we do type play. And that's great to do, but against a Spectre, against like a Puck at any minute, they could just be on top of you. You do need to kind of like factor that in a little bit. And he has kind of giving a little bit of a lease of life to Klee, I'd say. But yeah, it is just, if this was a different game where Spectre wasn't against him, his plays are going to be exceptional. We're praising him, right? And instant smoke up.
Ice Blast doesn't connect onto the Sven. They will be able to bring down the Venge once again, but yeah, not the big boy they really wanted here.
Ooh, and the charge.
And Zayat's probably going to be punished for this one. Doesn't quite have the reactions on the Shadow Realm there, so unlucky.
Yeah, it's pretty filthy. But yeah, you did touch on it. The Venge dying means Sven didn't die. So overall, you've got to take that as a win for Na'Vi. They do have a 5,000 gold lead, coming up to 200 CS. And Spectre, he's trying to TP out, but
he's gone. He's got a dagger. Maybe you can do some cute stuff through the tree line, but with the Spirit Breaker charging him as well, it doesn't feel like there's a way out here for Kami. Connects onto Nefrit, and Kami goes down. Big pick-off, and these are the mistakes which are really going to cost you on the side of Klee. Like, if you're being this active on your Spectre, you know, need to be very, very ready for the reaction from Na'Vi. And now, charge in. Once again, they will connect onto Malady. Another death for the Venge with the swap there, just trying to save the day, but till the end gets blown up on the backlines by Nefrid and Shigetsu. The Ace jumps in. Nice pulverize coming down onto 2. The rest of the team, though, not really here to follow up. A actually buys back into this one. Young G throws down the coil, just trying to bring down Melajor. Melajor will die. Liaise charges through him on the backline. Zayats is getting shredded, but now the Sven's in trouble. They're all upon him here. Klee, they're making a fight. They're taking down the enemy carry. And they don't quite get the Nature's Prophet as well, but still, nice response again.
I mean, Na'Vi, they didn't have God Strength. The Wrath of Nature wasn't in play. So a lot of their like early game damage spells weren't kind of online for Na'Vi. So for Team Klee, they recognize this and they just keep going for the fight. I think that's kind of like Team Klee's motto right now. It's see through Na'Vi's laning advantage and just try and whittle them down somehow. And Lays, kind of haven't had to talk about him recently, but he's got the Blade Mail and he's only a recipe away from Heart. Like, he's going to be a big boy soon. He's going to have, what, like 3,500 HP going into like the 22-minute mark potentially. That could be quite a deciding factor if he can soak up that initiation from Na'Vi and give entry to a fight for Spectre.
Yeah, and again, on the enemy team's kind of tanky heroes, you just don't really have the same sort of frontline ability. Melajor, we've seen him many times now. He does just get shredded. He's got the Blade Mail, sure, but he's only got a Midas to back that up. It doesn't give you much. And on the other side, you've got this Spirit Breaker with a Midas and an Octarine Core, so he's really not that tanky either. Compare that to a Primal Beast, and it is like night and day.
Oh, he just charged it.
Jesus, these guys, they they are punishing, and they are punishing hard.
It's like, you're gonna charge that wave, aren't you? Oh, he's charging. Okay, bye. I think that's always the nice thing against Spirit Breaker, right? If you have that, we see you, but we can kill you type damage. Like, often you'll have like just enough, or you're not there. And I think for Spirit Breaker right now, a BKB is needed, and his planar pocket, his shard is needed. Once you get the magic resistance to 75%, you're going to be living a lot longer to this burst damage from the AA, the Puck, the Willow, and then the BKB. Yeah. You can now run away from the coil, so you're not awkwardly kind of walking around in circles. Of course, you could just snap it instantly, but with how many layers of control that they have, it is a little bit hard to actually get out with that resistance. But no, I think BKB shard and then these pickoffs that we're seeing so easily will slowly get a lot harder for Team Klee. But right now, in this window of the game, utilize it, live on it, keep trying to find them as much as possible.
Up there's a big boy hanging out in the top lane. Heart now finished off on layers. Primal Beast looking like an absolute beast at the moment. And in the bottom side, of course, Maldi goes down again.
All right, to be clear, half of Maladi's deaths have been him trying to aggressively ward D-ward, and the other half have been him protecting his carry from smoke ganks or swapping out heroes other ganked. So, like, I think if you look at the scoreboard right now and you see 2-8, just mentally, like, go 4 deaths were to save people and block smokes. 4 deaths was him playing very aggressive. So I think right now I'm gonna go 2-4-3. I'm just gonna edit this.
Gonna rejig that one a little bit.
I'm gonna shuffle it up.
Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet kind of has the perfect Nature's Prophet scoreline support, in my opinion. 0-0-10. What a chat.
No, it needs to be 10-0-0. He needs to snipe every kill. No, I think it's
true, actually.
Very happy that he hasn't taken away the big kills. He's got the Vessel already. He's looking to probably buy his shard. It depends if he's going to get it here from the Tormentor, as Sven and Venge are going to be clubbing it down.
Yeah, death number 9 for Maldi.
Odds on. Oh, so big, actually.
Very nice.
Oh, wait, what? Days.
Just go
straight Dagon.
Oh no.
Oh no, what have we done? Why did we give him the shard?
Why did he get the shard? Fuck.
Redo.
Bottom side, Maldi's dead once again, trying to save the Sven. Is it going to be enough though? Ice Blast coming on through. The BKB's there. Is it going to be enough though? They need to finish the job here. Klee, they got to keep chasing. Shigetsu, he's got a long time left, but BKB's about to run out in 1 second and immediately falls. Klee, another big fight coming out for them. And that is just brilliant. And where was the response from Na'Vi? You know, it's just not there at the moment.
Yeah, they had the BKB on Ogre. They had the ability to get over there if they wanted to, but I think they maybe expected Malady's positioning, tanking the initial part of the smoke, but because of where he was, he couldn't then swap the Sven out. So he was breaking the smoke, but then he wasn't swapping the Sven for the damage reduction, and they both go down. So I think in hindsight, if Venge is on the northern side of Sven and behind that engagement, Sven probably lives, right? But again, doesn't happen. They do go. I think Team Klee has brought back the gold lead quite nicely, but you need to respect that. 30 seconds, Sven has BKB back up again. Spirit Breaker is only 1,000 gold away from his. This is the timing that we were talking about in the draft. Like, this is Na'Vi's window to obliterate the map. And Spectre's already got Blade Mail Radiance. Like, from what, remember the laning phase, how bad it was? Like, this is quite the comeback.
2 or 3 deaths in a row. It was brutal. Zayat's got to be quick. Does get off the Shadow Realm this time around, and immediate Yules coming out on Shigetsu as well. The Sven, he's kind of been ruined here, but actually Kami jumping in. He's going to get stunned up. Might just get killed off in the backlines. Does manage to get off the Shadow Step to get away. And meanwhile, they're just controlling up Nefrit with that Pulverize, and they will bring down that Spirit Breaker. And now Lays coming in, looking for more. Maldi's going to fall to Young G on the side. Now they look over towards Melojul. Lays and Young G just grouping up together, trying to take down the Ogre. Magi charge out from Lays, finishes the job, but Young G gets cut down by the Sven. Pops a BKB, turns it around onto the puck, and gets a cheeky little kill. But that is all for Na'Vi, and he will be the only one who escapes this engagement.
I honestly think this is a very poor play from Na'Vi coming out. Like, they've got these BKB timings. Sven just had to use BKB to survive a gank. Then Na'Vi's smoking up whilst BKB's on cooldown for 20 seconds. So at the start of the fight, Sven's having to hold back where normally he'd be ripping through that engagement, and in doing so he left his team kind of out to dry, right? It's like, good luck guys, I'll join when I see a chance, right? And that's not what you want to be doing. Like, when you have these big timings, you want to be punchy, you want to be impactful. And yeah, of course, a lot of control coming out. Spirit Breaker on the left side of the fight, instantly getting controlled up. There's like Yules in play, coils and stuff, and yeah, Na'Vi just not a good fight. Not a good fight. They need to reset. They need to play as 5, utilize their initiations and their damage. And if they don't, then yeah, Klee, they're going to lap up every single time they get these free kills, especially when they're down, what, like 6,000-7,000 gold? Lays also has an Ags. We just said he had a heart like 2 minutes ago. Now he's got an Ags.
Dude's just getting whatever he wants out of this game, honestly. MVP so far from Klee, I'd say, as he's just been everywhere, making plays happen and so farmed.
You just said his name's Klee. It's Lays.
No, MVP from Klee is in.
Oh,
that's a
from
team.
Klee. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Nice one, nice one.
You're not catching me sleeping.
Of course, the
I'm
Ags.
ready to lie my way out of any situation.
Just
yeah,
to give
Zayat's so very
context
big in
is-
the last fight as well, with the quick Shadow Realm and the Yules coming out as well, of course.
Yeah.
That item was anticipated and is going to be a very, very good kind of counter initiation tool onto the side of Navi, especially when your BKBs are on cooldown.
All right, and if anyone isn't aware, of course, Primal Beast Aghanim's, it is your uproar. It allows you to do additional damage. Once you activate it, it also applies a break. So when people kind of get on top of you, you then just pop it, and it's just, wait a second, we're taking a lot more damage than anticipated, plus the trample that he's already using right now. It is so much damage. And when 3 melee cores are on Na'Vi, you know that damage is going to be coming out, and they're poking top, they're going on Willow,
Yeah.
but not
I'm
over
sure about this, Navi.
Oh man, I think we've
Maldi's
seen you here
choosing
before.
to offer himself up as a sacrifice, trying to give his Sven some way into the fight, but Sven not really finding the engagement. Melojul just wandering at them at the moment. I mean, he's got a BKB, he's got the Blade Mail, and he's got a TP scroll. That's going to be the plan, but in comes a Pulverize, cancels it out, and Melojul, he's just going to get absolutely destroyed here by Lays and Zayats. I mean, trying to finish the job, and we'll be able to eventually do so with the charge. That was awkward.
A little bit awkward. So, going back, circling back to the Nature's Prophet, he did go for Dagon. Is it to do with some like Spectre Haunt tech, where like Spectre uses a Haunt because it's a single illusion now? A casual Dagon is enough to prevent him TPing in. Like,
You got to be so quick on that.
we're talking about pro players here, Nomad. That's why I'm entertaining the concept. You know, Days.
Yeah.
Like, could that be the reasoning? Is there some like, I'm here to help you out type stuff? Or is it just I had a really good game, I was 0-0-10, I bought myself a Dagon to help kill some supports or whatever? We'll see. I'll keep an eye on the fight to see how he's using it. Na'Vi haven't really taken a fight in the last 5 minutes. They've just been dying. But the next time that they take
they've
their
been
own
trying
fight,
to. They've just
not very well.
Yeah, it's not very well put together engagements.
And Klee, they're putting it together as they go towards Roshan. Hitting it quite nicely, of course, with the Manta, Spectre, many Desolate procs, and taking it with ease.
That Arcana, the daggers, always look pretty cool. And now we have an Aegis on the Spectre as well, so yeah, he can do what he wants. Dagon me all you like, boy. Maybe he TP's in behind to where he shadow stepped from. and Dagon's the illusion, so the Spectre can't then shadow step out of the fight. Wow.
That would be godly, but also so hard.
By the time you've done it, like, the fight's probably... Everything that was going to happen will have happened. Nefrit, BKB, run himself away. Ice Blast does still connect, though. It's going to be decent damage coming out to him regardless. The dagger is even following him home as well, but won't be enough to get the kill. She gets to the backlines. My god, just pops his god strength to blow up an ancient apparition. All right, bro. Pops a BKB just to break the coil here, but Lay's going to be upon him with a pulverize, and that's just going to waste his BKB duration even further. Young G and Zayat's waiting in the sidelines for that BKB to run out, which it now will, but they're not willing to commit to the engagement just yet. They've still got 10 seconds left on the shadow steps. They're going to wait for that one as Prophet jumps in. All right. A little bit of, well... a feed, to be perfectly honest.
He was in a spooky position, but yeah, Na'Vi, they're just getting run over. I think Team Klee have itemized beautifully. They have reacted quite nicely to this aggression, and yeah, every time they see a hero step up, they're ready. They have the numbers. And yeah, I think, of course, like Young G with his build as well. The Lincoln, so Spirit Breaker can't charge him. He went Sanj Kaya, so he's got status resistance to eat through some of the stuns that are getting thrown out. Of course, Witchblade, a classic item for Puck. A little bit of armor, but also that kill threat when you're slowing these heroes down. I think the triple melee core of Na'Vi, very much momentum and tempo based, and it's the wind is out of their sails now. They're just victim to whether Team Klee want to go and find kills.
Yeah, Klee are very much just in control at this point.
Yeah.
And with this draft, it feels very oppressive to play into as well. So you will see the spend just popping God Strength to try and blow up an Ancient Apparition in 2 hits. Like, that's all they can really play with. It's just going for these, like, lightning pickoffs and then try and get away.
And they do have Silver Edge on Sven. Like, they have ways to break the Spectre and to get the kills, but...
Yeah, Silver and Blink from the Sven really gives you an idea on how he's trying to play his game, but he's been spotted right now. Young G's upon it. BKB comes out, but it doesn't matter because the pulverize is in. Swap there, though. Malady, always in the right place to try and get his Sven out of danger, but is he going to make a difference as the Curse Crown comes down onto him as well? Terrorize also landing onto the Sven. He's trying to get himself away. She gets onto the high ground, but Young G is still chasing and will be able to bring him down. The Sven falls regardless. 2 lying dead in the bottom lane for Na'Vi as Klee just continue their dominance in this game 1.
Yeah, it was just a really nice move. They picked up a gem, they gave it to the Puck, they smoked from mid, wrapped around both the ancient camps, looking to see where Sven was. And of course, they did have that ward the entire time, seeing him farm up, so they just didn't find him with ease. And yep, you try and play the map against the Spectre, you are going to be dying.
Dagon Prophet bought down again. I hate to say it, but it's all gone bad the moment he bought that Dagon.
I think it's a combination of things for Na'Vi. It's the if we kind of reference the BKB timings that we were talking about, like the fact that they took a fight with Sven BKB on cooldown, Sven picks up a BKB after Tormentor and then instantly has to use it to run away. Like, none of the motions of a team hitting their timings came into play for Na'Vi. And on top of that, this Ogre, once the game gets difficult, if you're not actually able to soak up any damage, if you're not able to utilize Blade Mail in the effective portion of the game, you are just going to be some walking bloodlust with how much gold? 15,000 gold, right? Like, the impact of a Puck compared to Ogre at this point in the game is night and day. As they smoke up once again, they look to find Nifrit, but he does walk off to the right-hand side. Oh, they found him with the Yules.
Oh, the Yules. Going to take off that Bulldoze and put him in a sticky situation. The Pulverize comes in. Swap is there, though. That'll save Nefrit's life, but once again, it's another death penalty, and Lay's just up to the high ground here. I mean, Homie's got a heart. He doesn't care at all with the Puck. Might have taken a step too far forward here. Stuns out onto him, and he is going to get brought down. Melodule, great timing there. Brings down the Puck. That was a huge overextension coming out from Klee, showing a little bit of cracks here. And now, how much can Na'Vi break them? That is a question, and the answer seems to be not a whole lot. Klee have been able to get themselves out of dodge. So we'll just be the Puck going down, but still, I mean, this is kind of the last play you were going to make with that Aegis, so really wanted to make something happen there.
They did. All right, quick game here, Nomad. Who's the most upset on Team Klee from this death? From what just happened.
I don't know, the Puck, because he's dead?
Wrong. Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition purchased a gem. She gave the gem to the Puck. Puck then decided to dive to tier 3s, and then gem is now on Ogre. That is a massive resource
The
to
life
give away.
of a support.
The life of a support. Like, you're like, please, Puck, we're doing so well. Take this gem. Break the map. Break Na'Vi 2 seconds later. Yeah, sorry.
I'm on a
I
tier
gave the
4s,
gem
boys.
away. Yeah. But no, I think for Na'Vi, that is a very surprising little bit of a reward, especially with the state of how this game was going. To get back a gem, it is so important to find away some of these wards to... Oh, okay. Nice little shadow step there to try and play around with Tormentor. But no, yeah, the gem, it is very crucial for Na'Vi. Taking away the resource from Klee, you get a little bit more vision back on the map yourself. You don't need to carry it if they don't want to, but with a BKB Octarine Ogre, he is quite a good candidate for keeping hold. And
Yep.
I'm just like, at some point, Na'Vi should make a team a move as 5, right? Like, surely. It's like a lot of independent plays. We've not seen the smoke, high ground ward into Sea Hero blink kill. You know, it's been a lot of awkward moves. So I'm still waiting for that kind of that punch back from Na'Vi. I don't think it's as one-sided as maybe the game looks. Just because we haven't seen Na'Vi execute. Of course, it is quite an easy game for Team Klee to play now, especially if Cammy just doesn't get found. Always going to be there, always going to be able to help counter any gank.
Yeah, and it's much easier for them to make those kinds of plays. You know, Klee with, you know, like you say, we've seen the smoke high ground ward thing a bunch of times from them for Na'Vi. What does their engagement even look like when they try to do that? Is it like kind of Venge going and warding and then swapping when the smoke breaks? You know, it's not great. Your save is then gone. We've seen this swap been kind of like the one saving grace for Na'Vi.
It's also, I think, moved away from the simple smoke and kill type play. We are seeing a silver.
Zayat's so aggressive here, trying to chase forward. They found Malady. Oh my god, how'd they find Malady? All right. See you later, bud.
I think, yeah, just really nice reads there from Zayat, right? He blinks in, he sees Sven go to the north, he sees Venge to the south. BKB top. Okay, let's just throw the ult out. If I find, I find. If I don't, who cares? It's going to be on 80-second cooldown, so yeah, love the play there from Zayat, and they all now TP top. And you were asking about how does Na'Vi initiate a fight, and that is going to be the reason why they are so scared to actually make moves. If you jump a Primal Beast with 5,000 HP, you're probably not going to kill him off. Lincoln's on the Puck, and then Spectre is so far away from her team that to get there, it's a little bit obvious, right? So,
Shigetsu, what are you doing here, buddy? You don't have your Venge, you don't have your BKB. Terrible time to get caught, but looks like he is going to be okay. Scary, scary times up on the top side.
Do you think
Gets away
in the next patch, Primal Beast will be able to pulverize through BKB? Or do you think, like...
You can pulverize through BKB.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, right, you're saying he won't be able to in the next patch.
Yes, I'm saying, so
I see.
Currently, okay, just to confirm for Twitch.
Yeah, no, I see what you meant.
You can use it in BKB, against BKB. Do you think in the next patch they will change it
that
to
will
nerf
still
the hero?
be the case, yes. No, I think they should change other stuff.
Okay.
I think
so
they should.
like the
I mean,
BKB
just
piercing.
Heart Blade Mail needs to be changed. The problem is, like, Heart Blade Mail is a sick build at the moment,
right?
And Heart is just ridiculously good on Primal Beast with buffing up Trample as well as giving him everything he needs. So this hero will always be tied directly to how good Heart is. And what a catch coming out up at the top side here, setting up for the easiest AA blast of your life. And now bringing down the days.
Nice.
Just watch. Take this. You want to kill the Prophet, you got to take that Dagon to the face. Ooh,
Leave my
beautiful.
Joker alone.
Yeah. Man, I mean, if you're too close to your teammate and Klee have any idea that you're in the area, then it's just going to end badly.
Yeah, Team Klee did get the gem back at least, so they
Hooray.
fixed that earlier blunder. But yeah, moving down to mid with the catapults. The Spirit Breaker wasn't able to skip through them. Charge is exceptional, but killing creeps, killing catapults, not so much. So they do get a tier 2. Now all tier 2s have fallen. for Na'Vi. So if Klee is able to get into the base with a little bit of time, they will have options on which set of racks they want to go for. But realistically now they are going to be resetting. Ferocian is going to respawn in 3 seconds. AA is going to be in for a bit of a surprise. Boom.
All right, I've thought of something. Okay, here's what I
am
want to see.
listening, but
Yeah. So we changed Revenant's Brooch to also do percentage-based damage based on your opponent's HP. You don't touch heart, and that's how you nerf Primal Beast. On the bottom side, they found
So
a park.
that gem's back again.
Kind of
Na'Vi.
cute. Gem back, baby. Damn, this gem is a curse.
Yeah, whoever holds it dies.
Yeah.
Sven's like, get away from me, Spirit Breaker, you take it, you got it. But top
And I'm
lane,
glad that
Roshan
action
falls.
happened, which meant that you didn't have time to roast me for
Wait,
my terrible
wait,
idea. Is up on
wait.
the top side, the Spirit Breaker was like, hey, I can come through this portal. The answer was no, you cannot. Lays no godlike on the Primal Beast, 10 and 1.
It instantly got pulverized and just got deleted.
Yes, turned into a fine cow paste. Like a McDonald's burger. And Days, well, he just kind of continued farming up, doing his thing, hitting creeps, clicking away.
He went from a vessel at like minute 11 to now, like we're talking about, wow, he's having a great game, he's done this. And of course, games get difficult, farm gets condensed, right? But it is crazy to think, like, his item progression went from vessel to then a casual Dagon to then now he's getting a BKB. And like this BKB won't really allow him to do much in the fight, right? Like there's the Sprout into the Primal Beast, he can trample it out. Spectre can haunt out. Puck can just orb out. AA has a 4-staff. Willow has a 4-staff, so Sprout's not very useful. Your right clicks aren't that useful. So I am interested to see how Days will kind of enter some of these fights, and maybe a Aghanims or a Hex could have been a little bit better. You TP in, you can Lincoln's pop, you can route the Puck to layer some Lincoln's cancels, but it is interesting. I think Days has gone for two very left field items when he could have potentially just played a little bit more of a standard Prophet game and provided some team fight contribution.
Indeed, you're talking about Days. I want to talk about Lays, who of course is now level 25 and has a plus 100% pulverized duration. This talent is absolutely bonkers. You can just you just kill people. You just kill people with one ability now at 40 minutes into the game. It's very scary. If you get caught by this Primal Beast, you are dead. Top side, they really need that swap to be there at least. Days, here's the BKB. Look at him go. Quickly, Dagon. Oh, he's already used it. And down he goes. They're still trying to fight this, though. I mean, they're going to be able to take out Zayas at the very least. Now Sven jumping in, trying to bring down the big old Primal Beast. Gets him to about a third of his HP, but now just turn around. Pulverize comes out, but they do have the cancel. They do have the damage. Lays is gone. Hello, Na'Vi. They're turning up to the fight. They'll take down the Spectre the once. I'm not sure they could do it the twice, though. Young G is coming into this one. The puck is here. In comes the Koyo Shigetsu. BKB run himself away. He needs to get out here, blocked by the creeps even, but it does look like he's going to survive. Na'Vi, are they getting away from this? It looks like they are. However, their base is still under attack. Oh, never mind. Jump forward from Kami. Just about spots Malady there. Immediately jumps in upon him. Malady with the buyback, though. Doesn't want to let this one go. Melodiel running forwards along with Shigetsu. Shigetsu's hit. Doesn't have the ultimate anymore, though, so the spend. He's just not that strong. Nefrit comes rolling on in here, but the Yules is out from Zayat. Zayat gets a blink away, and he's going to be able to survive through this. And now Young G recommitting once again, looking over towards Melodiel here. Ice Blast coming on through. It is going to connect and bring down the Ogre Magi. As Fear now comes out onto the Sven as well. Sven's in some trouble. Turns around with the stun out onto
Dagon!
the Zayats. As a Dagon comes out, brings down Zayats. This fight is just never ending. BKB out from Nefrit as he gets himself away from this one. Malady on the run. Not going to escape. He'll die back into this game. And now, well, a lot of heroes died. And to be honest, I think that was probably one of the most even fights we've had.
We got to give that as like a kind of like a net win for Na'Vi, right? They're going to have the advantage in gold exchange, XP exchange. Like, it is going their way. And funny enough, it does start with the Nature's Prophet BKB. You know, the fact that he did die very
Doubters,
quickly.
where are you at?
But like, he at least set up the fight close enough to his base where they could react. So I don't think it was the most crazy scenario, but I think the key thing here is they saw the Prophet dying. Na'Vi respected that they could initiate on that area, and then they were able to create this 2 long minute ordeal. Uh-oh, Sven. He has BKB. He has Satanic if he wants. Bashed up.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, knew he couldn't stand his ground. And the moment that coil comes out, you know there's an ice blast on the way, so it's just really hard for him to actually just sit there and try and turn it around upon him, especially with no BKB, so yeah.
Puck was to level 22 in the previous fight. Based on that pickoff, now level 25, which means Dream Coil pierces debuff immunity. So Sven, who's been relying on BK being out of the coil, now can't do that anymore. And that was one of my fears. I was like, okay, maybe in the upcoming fights, if Puck hits 25 soon, like Spirit Breaker can't charge out. Oh, like all the big boys can't get out.
My God. Once again, looking at the backlines here, Nefrit actually has a refresher orb, so he's just really going to try and bring down the AA. Gets him. Another BKB comes out. Go for the TP out from this one. The swap actually comes in from Malady to try and get him out of there. And might have sealed his fate. No charge away over towards the middle lane. He's trying to get out. Wait, why is the coil still in? Oh, it's Illusion. Okay. Well, Illusion don't do jack, so he is going to be able to somehow escape from this. Meanwhile, Daze, he's in a bit of trouble here. Has the BKB, but I don't think it's going to save him in this situation. Has a buyback available at the very least, but Na'Vi, unfortunately, I think this might be the beginning of the end for them. Klee now on their high ground. Sure, they have no Ancient Apparition, but do they really care? If they really need him, he's got a buyback A blast to commit to this fight regardless, so they're just going to keep on going.
It's just constant pick-off pressure from Klee. It is really quite a treat to watch. Like Sven, he shows, boom, instantly getting jumped. BKB's top, you're getting jumped bottom. Malady dies, okay, there's no swaps in play. Like Klee have just not allowed Na'Vi to play their own game pretty much at any point. There's not been a single BKB reveal that has felt good for Na'Vi. There's not been a single moment where they've smoked across onto the Radiant side of the map for nearly 24 minutes. Nifrit has used his everything, and
here we go. Final fight coming up here, and it's looking like a sad one. Spen struggling to get off the damage. Although that said, he does get off the BKB with the Satanic to fight up into Laze. Laze might actually be the one in trouble. He is going to drop indeed. Ice Blast comes through, connects onto just the Spen. It's not going to matter though. Break is there. Onto the Spectre. Spectre eats the cheese to try and stay alive on this one. Daze has already been brought down to the backlines of the charge because coming on through, pushing it back up the high ground. They get Cammy. 2 heroes dead. They, of course, have the buybacks available, but I don't think they're going to bother using them heroes till the end. Just going to use the Amdis to get the D-Ward, a true support, but does get killed off as well. Na'Vi. You know, they show these signs of promise, but they are a barracks down. Can they get anything else from this one? Roshan's not going to be up for a while, so I think they're really going to struggle to get anything off the map from this.
Yeah, the promise always comes from the fact that they are fighting in such a hyper-defensive position that they don't need to position better, right? Like, they don't just smoke to find someone. Like, Klee's coming to them, and Klee went from bot Rex, trying to greed up for mid as well, and when a Spirit Breaker kind of cuts through you, kind of forces you back into the dire base, it does, I think, simplify that engagement. So, yeah, Na'Vi taking the wins when they can, and Shigetsu, he's looking for a rapier. He's looking for a little bit more explosive damage. Be interesting to see which item he does remove for the rapier. He's still using Harpoon to drag back, the break for Silver Edge. It'll be nice to see into his mind, but if he does go for that rapier, it could be what's needed to actually kill off heroes. Willow. Hold.
Yeah, trying to get out of this one. Yules is going to be there to hold back the Sven. Very annoying, but Melodul is there. Jumps in with the Hex, and that'll be the lockdown they need to bring down Zayats. They're going to keep the pickoffs going, keep the engagement happening. But that AA Blast is such an issue for Shigetsu. They will have to remove themselves from the situation. Can they set up for a Roshan contest here?
With Willow being dead, it's actually pretty good for Na'Vi. Like, Zayats has done a lot of work in these fights.
Yeah, I think the Spirit Breaker might actually have a fight if they do decide to engage without their Dark Willow, because that's been the main issue for him. And here we go, into the pit. Shigetsu taking chunks out of the big scaly boy. Klee showing no signs of contesting this one. Na'Vi, they are back. into this game 1 in the first round of the qualifiers.
It's a little bit sad for Na'Vi that they didn't get Radiant Roshan there. I feel like if they got like an Agnums and gave it to their Prophet, it would kind of fix the place he's at right now. Like, look at him. He's queued up for 50-minute Ags.
Yeah. But no, it's sad. It's sad for sure. But then again, Spirit Breaker also doesn't have an Ags as well. Oh, actually, he did pick one up.
Yeah. No, he's eating it. He's a big boy. He is 33,000 gold. He is like basically peaked. He's like Silver Edge, and then he's done. And
damn, my boy just ate a full Ags with the blessing and like as his last item pickup. That's crazy.
Yeah. So just to confirm, Sven did go for Swift Blink. He didn't bother with the Rapier because he got the Aegis. There's no way he can have a Rapier with the Aegis and feel like a happy carry. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that one. But no, I think for Na'Vi, this is quite a surprising turn of events, if anything.
Yeah.
And they're grouped up, like a little bit split though. Ogre's not here.
Yes, he's very not here. She just blinked away from them, so no good to speak of. Also, Refresher Shard on the Ogre is very surprising to me. I feel like you might regret not putting on the Sven, but we'll see how it plays out.
He could just be a carrier for it. Potentially might pass it over mid-fight. And if he sees an opportunity, he could refresh Hex. I think there's a lot of value right now in getting that jump that Na'Vi has been lacking. So if there is an opportunity for Melajul to blink, Hex pop Lincolns, refresh Hex, that could be enough to just win a fight to get yourselves back into a position of maybe looking at hitting that Radiant base. So I'm not opposed, and Puck just blinks in by herself, has the Lincolns though, so Sven by it.
Oh, now Ascade's cap doing the work. Is it enough though? Stun's still there. Hex comes down onto the Puck as well. They want to try and take him down. Young G, he's gone. He is out of there. The Spectre does come in, but Shadow steps away again, so he'll be all right. But till the end, should be dead here. This is going to be a dead AA. Was carrying the cursed gem, so it was always going to happen. And all of a sudden, it is no longer Klee looking like the dominant team, T.
Good old Dota2. I think this is now where we can talk about Spirit Breaker and the how OP blah 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 the hero is, blah blah blah, entire TI. No, but yeah, I think for Na'Vi it is. They have kept pushing out the waves. I think the key thing is they got that kill when Klee transitioned from bot Rex to mid, and that alone allowed them to go to the Radiant side of the map, get wards out, find heroes, and now this wards allow them to make better smoke plays, better macro choices, and of course getting the third Roshan, that's enough confidence to do whatever you want. So I think for Klee, it is going to be about resetting, waiting out that Aegis, and then find that opportunity to go those pickoffs again.
Spectre just being a bit obnoxious here, trying to abuse Shadow Step. 40-second cooldown ability. Why wouldn't you, as you wait for your Puck to respawn? Yeah, kind of just threatening. Yeah, now they own the map on the side of Na'Vi. Like, this is the game they've been wanting to play for the past 50 minutes, Play the entire map, farm everything at once. If anything happens, you've got a Spirit Breaker, you've got a Nature's Prophet, you've got Avenge even, The ability to get across the map is very strong.
I feel like the game changed as well when Spirit Breaker got the refresher. I think Spirit Breaker was dying inside one set of Bulldoze BKB timings, but as soon as he picked up refresher, he was playing with an even more I can't die attitude, and I think that confidence did give opportunities for Na'Vi to make some plays. So I think this refresher pickup, when you go back through the highlights, this is probably going to be one of the big moments, I think, for Na'Vi. Again, they are quite split.
Is in the upside, they're just going to throw everything onto the Yoga Magi, try and take him down. Shigetsu is here, actually gets stunned up though. Great jump in from Liaze as he now picks up the Sven, throws him down. Shigetsu can't find a way into this fight, finally gets out. He's going to be able to kill off the Spectre as well. Spectre is gone, buyback available, doesn't want to use it here as Liaze going to be able to bring down Malady regardless. But the IH apparition is gone, immediate buyback coming out from him, but they're on top of the Primal Beast as well. They've got so much damage now on the side of Na'Vi and so much catch as well. I'm scared for this Puck. Young G trying to get himself out of this one. It has a phase shift, though. Doesn't have much afterwards, and now the stun comes through. Sure, its Genex cap is there, but it's not going to be enough. They have the lockdown. They have the damage. Young G dead again. Buybacks available on the side of Klee, but they're going to have to use them, and that is not a situation they want to be in right now.
There was a 97% chance for Team Klee to win this at like the 43-minute mark.
Wow.
And now look at it.
Oh, till the end, could be in trouble. This would be a dieback from the A, but looks like he's able to survive through this one. A nice call coming out onto the two of them. Ice Blast to follow up as well. That is going to be a dead Spirit Breaker and a dead clone as they'll move on to Melajul now as well. Melajul does have that BKB available, but they have got the vision to keep on chasing here. Young G, Cammy, they're going to try and finish the job, and they will be able to do exactly that. Shigetsu long gone, as is Daze, so they won't do any damage to the base here, but they will force those all-important buybacks, and now that's what it all comes down to. But what can Klee do? There is actually an Ogre dead with no buyback for 110 seconds. That is a long time not to have your mid laner.
I love the fact that, damn, Na'Vi, they're doing it. They just came back, 90% chance to lose, they're doing it. And then it's like, oh, wait a second, they're now past the tier 4s. Also, it's really weird. The graph showed me 97%, and then it just recently updated, and it went to 94%. So it just historically updated and lost 3% somewhere. Completely irrelevant, but...
Revising history.
Yes, yes. Okay, we got a pause. All right, we can now use this pause to quickly dissect the game a bit more. So Ogre doesn't have buyback. It is on cooldown for 6 minutes, sorry. So it has been used in the fights prior. And I think if you are Team Klee, you should, in theory, be able to pressure this Rax because you know Ogre's not got buyback. But just do it carefully because Sven is the X factor with God Strength. He might, if he really wants to be crazy, forgo buyback for Rapier, but that probably won't happen due to the Ogre being dead. So
yeah,
we'll keep it serious here.
At least he's got the Refresher Shard, but I mean, it's more kind of what Klee are willing to push here. Do they keep it going? Bit of a threat.
Oh, Sven's in.
Well, he really is in, yeah. I mean, he's going to get used up on the sidelines, though. How forced to put the BKB, but Pulse Rise is now upon him, so he's just going to get locked down for the entire duration. Sven, he needs some help, but he's not going to find it. He's dead. Buys back. Refresher Shard out. That's not really how you wanted to do that. Although that said, the BKB's been popped by the Spectre now as well, so there's a chance they can jump in and try to get a bit of revenge. But Sven, if he jumps and doesn't kill off the Spectre immediately, even if he does, I think they could be in a terrible position. So they just got to wait for the time being. Wait for your Ogre Magi. 25 seconds. I mean, you could see this as a ploy to stop them getting megaed, I suppose. Just throw some spells, throw some buybacks, throw some refresher shards at them.
I mean, we're close to that point in the game now where you see on the left-hand side of your screen the buybacks, right? Profit and Venge have buybacks. And everyone else is basically on cooldown. So if Na'Vi want to be absolutely crazy, this is the moment where they just go, if we smoke up, if we win the fight, we could get mega creeps. If we lose the fight, it's GG. So if Na'Vi have that kind of like crazy maniac level of thought, they're going to go for the play. And it kind of looks like they're making it. They're grouped up. They're not smoking. Now they're smoking. Okay, they're going to do it. All right, this is so delightful. Like the entire game has basically been Team Klee up until the final like 5-6 minutes of the game.
Yep.
So and Roshan's respawning in a minute's time. There's most likely that's going to drag people away from their side of the base. It's going to drag them to the pit.
Who are you favoring this next fight?
I think I want to say Na'Vi because they're already at Roshan, setting up vision, setting up kind of just their positioning. AA's used blast already, doesn't really matter. Yeah. They have the profit to defend their side of the base, so if it feels like if Na'Vi are to be patient at Roshan, it should go their way on vision at least. And that often helps a lot.
Wait, when did AA grab a Midas? Am I... What?
It's coming up to 16 minutes, Nomad.
Oh, okay.
Tier 5s are coming out, so...
Yep. I was just making sure it's a recent thing and not like something he's had all game and I've been completely blind.
We're probably blind.
Maybe. Well, there comes a Horde coming out, and that's going to get the kill onto Malady, but of course he's got that clone, but they'll take out the clone just as easily. Lays getting controlled up by Nefrit on the front lines a bit. As Sven jumps in round the back, looking to find the Ancient Apparition. He needs to finish the job, though, and he's not going to be able to do so, and now the pulverizes out onto him. You're going to be fighting without your Sven, and I'm not sure that's something which can happen. Yeah, may well be. Look who's doing the damage in these fights as well. It is Zayats. He's picked up the Moonshot on this Dark Willow, and now he can really get to work. It's taken him 56 minutes to get to this point in the game, but he is now a beast as Malady is going to go down a second time and make it a, well, fourth really, as that clone falls for the second time as well. Roshan now up for grabs for the side of Klee. It looks like finally they might have been able to finish off this game. I'm actually surprised they're going for Roshan, not just trying to finish.
It's close to the 60-minute mark, right? It's a qualifier game. You know, you kind of want to do everything in your path to make sure it's a win. And for Na'Vi, they were the first ones at the Roshan pit. They set down the wards, but unfortunately, even with all the vision, they just weren't able to position nicely. At this point in the game, of course, Primal has Sven's number. Sven can't just simply jump in because Primal will counterplay and punch him up. But yeah, it's Na'Vi can't really do much. 60 seconds. Both heroes on a buyback.
They need to find a way to delay this. And to be fair, this is a pretty good way to do it. Oh, the double hex. You love to see it. Arcane Blink away as well. Nigel just being pretty annoying. Klee being very much distracted, or at least three of them are. Meanwhile, Kami and Zayas just eyes on the prize trying to end this stuff, but it does mean this fight's a little bit more even than perhaps it should be. And Na'Vi are actually able to fight up into them. Lays, he's getting kind of low. Anybody going to come and help him out here? I mean, it's such a split fight. Zayas finally going to come back and try and finish the job as Melachor just blasting down onto him, but there we go. The rest of the team turn up, and there come those Shadow Realm hits, just absolutely murdering Melachor and Nefrit. Nefrit trying to get away from this one. Oh, nice try there with the onslaught. Doesn't quite land. And the Mega Creeps have been gained for the side of Klee. And with these fresh round of deaths on both the Yoga Magi and the Nature's Prophet, this should be the end.
I mean, Sven is alive in a second. So there's fair play to Na'Vi, not GGing out, giving it their all to the very last moments. And Venge, Spiritbreaker, Sven. Can the three do it all?
If there was ever a trio that could maybe make it happen, this would be it as they jump in, immediately try to bring down the Dark Willow, but she manages to get that Yule's off. She might actually live through this blink away, turn around. She's going to throw in with the Shadow Realms from the sidelines. They don't kill off the Willow, and now she's going to be able to fight back into them as well, and this should be the end. Sven controlled up, brought down, Shigetsu's gone, Nefrit now fighting 1 versus 5. Not going to work out, buddy. GG's are called as Na'Vi will be dropping, and it will be Klee taking game number 1.
Quite a game from Klee. If anything, it got a little bit exciting at the end because of that kind of double racks attempt that they tried to